page. So I can interact if you have comments. We had, oh my gosh, several thousand people who were commenting on the program before. It might take a second for that to reload. So we'll go ahead and kick it off. I've got all kinds of vintage pieces of our original sets here at QVC on my set right now. Our set dressers are still working and getting things set up for a little bit later on. That is the original QVC price wheel that's sitting right behind me. We used to have different shopper dollar amounts on it. And we would get a phone caller live on the air, and we would spin the wheel and give them shopper dollars. Now, long before cell phones were ever invented, QVC was on the air. And we made available some fabulous instant cameras. This is a new and modern version of that instant gratification from our friends at Kodak. Who knows more about photography than Kodak? This is priced at $119.96. It's called the Retro Mini Shot. It's instant prints right away. I remember when you would take photographs and then you would go to this little shack place in the parking lot of the mall and you would drop off your photos, and it was a huge deal that you could pick them up an hour later. Do you remember those days? Well, this is going to be instant gratification. Terry had this earlier today, was taking photos. We now have fewer than 500. There's my buddy Terry. I've got two colors that are left. I've got white, and I started with about 360 left in that, and I know it's less now. And in the yellow, it was about 140 that remain. I want to bring my guest in right away to tell us how to use it and why this thing is so cool. Craig Smith, I don't even know if you're old enough to remember Polaroids and instant cameras, do you?
Yeah, I am.
Barely?
I am. I'm definitely old enough to remember them. I'm old enough to remember those little shacks in the middle of the shopping center parking lots of dropping off your pictures. So, yeah, it brings back some great memories. And what's neat about this, Dan, is this is a way to get the pictures actually out there. I mean, all of us have these things these days, right? These smartphones, and we're taking more pictures than ever. And what do we do with the pictures? Maybe you might post it on Instagram, you might put it on Facebook, but otherwise it just lives inside of this device. With this camera, it's a 2-in-1. So you could take pictures and have them print out of here, or you can Bluetooth connect your phone to the camera and take the pictures off your phone and use this just as a printer. And the pictures that come out, if you use the camera, it's a 10 megapixel camera. Yeah. This is a picture that I took during the presentation with Terry. This is fingerprint resistant. This is also water resistant. It's sun resistant as well. So unlike those pictures back in the day that you were talking about, right, where you had to do this for about 5 minutes, you don't do that at all.
Yeah, I remember that.
It comes right out and it's ready for use, and you can rub your fingers all over it. It's nice and durable too.
So you've got instant flash on this. It's super easy to use. And there's just some real fun about the instant gratification that comes from taking photographs and being able to print them out right then and there. High school students love this because they can go ahead and they can print out the photo, and then it can be put in someone's locker or shared on their Facebook page. Okay. Now this could be my first selfie. If I take a picture of the television monitor and I'm in the monitor, does that count as a selfie? There you go.
Technically, yes. Technically it does. You can turn it around and have it face towards you, Dan. That's a little bit easier way of doing the selfie.
I pride myself on never having taken a selfie. I don't want to change that today.
There you go. Well, if you wanted to take one, there's actually a little mirror there on the front. You can see right next to the lens. So you can turn the flash on and off, and also that little selfie mirror there allows you to take an accurate selfie. So we used to take selfies back in the day before we had these smartphones, but it was a guess. You were kind of like, hold on, let me see if I can position it just right, and eventually you get somebody's nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're not guessing because of that little mirror there in the front. So you'll be able to line up the selfie perfectly.
That's pretty smart.
You talk about high school students. Anytime you have a get-together of people, whether it's just your friends, whether it's Mother's Day that's coming up, it's the graduation party, where you actually get something to walk away with. You get these actual pictures that print out. It's cool. It's fun. And this is actually a really cool thing about this Kodak camera. It's called 4-pass technology. So when you take the picture and you decide to print it, So you don't have to print every picture, not like the old days. It actually makes 4 passes through the back of the printer. So it lays down the yellow, lays down the magenta. I've got mine going right now. It's laying down the 3rd color, which is the cyan. And then the 4th layer is a laminate. And once that laminate layer comes on, this picture is going to come out in just a second here. Here it comes. It's putting the laminate on right now. And right away, I can touch my finger to that picture. Fingerprint proof, water resistant, and sunproof as well. And there you go. That's your finished product.
Yeah, it looks like it's retro, but it's actually remarkably new technology to have built into a camera to be able to present you with those photos. And it only takes a few moments. We don't have that instant gratification. People have cell phones that have thousands of photographs on them, but they only live on the phone. It's a different story when you can share that photo with somebody and have them take it with them.
Yeah, it is. And it's a 10 megapixel camera that's built in there. There's a great picture of Terry that we showed during the noon hour. The photos themselves are a little bit more than 2 by 3.
Yeah. She's never, ever photographed badly, ever.
Yeah. Well, I like the little scrunchie in the back of the hair there. She was doing that retro look there.
Yeah.
And there's also some cool filters on here too, Dan. So on the other side of the camera where you have that 1.77-inch LCD screen right here on the back, if you want to turn this into like a sepia tone photo, you can. If you want to turn it into a sketch photo or add some cool little filters on there, you can do that too if you'd like to. And there you see, there's that little LCD screen there, right there in the back.
Yeah, that was the sepia.
It's showing you right now magenta. You see where it says magenta?
Yep.
It's laying the magenta on that part of the picture.
It's kind of cool to watch it come to life.
If you want to, if you want a lot of controls, if you want to have fun and get techie with it. But if you just want to take a fun picture and print it, you can do that too. So it doesn't require you to be very tech savvy at all.
Now, listen, I know it's a long way away till we talk about, Christmas holidays. But graduations are coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. Father's Day is coming up. So here's your chance. It cuts it. There you go. Ready to go. And that's already dry.
Right away.
See,
and that little white border on the side actually peels off.
Kind of a selfie. That was me in the monitor. Still,
I'm not going to call that the worst selfie of all time, Dan. I'll let somebody else tell you that.
Well, I pride myself on having never taken a photo of food, a photo of my feet at the beach, or a selfie. I think I win.
Well, I just took a selfie for both of us. There it is right there. I can look at the photo as soon as I'm done and then just simply press print. I'm doing it one-handed here. And within less than a minute, this picture is now going to start printing out. The printer itself warms up. So I like it, Dan, because anytime you get together and all of a sudden someone breaks out a camera like this, it just turns it into something fun.
I agree.
And when you do have that graduation picture, or graduation party rather, wouldn't it be cool if everyone got to leave with a little memento? Now you can do it with this camera.
Buddy, it's always good to see you. Craig, thank you for helping me out today.
Good to see you, buddy.
Coming up from Minolta, this